You pick one team. We got 30 seconds here, so you got to be brief. I'm just having you pick it. Sean, the one team you love the most in this sport to cut down the nets. Just say it.
Boy, you just caught me off guard.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Both of us. Kentucky. I'm going to double down on that.
BBN. BBN. That does it for us. Field of 68 After Dark. Have a good night.
Then you're clear.
Wow. I threw you a curveball that hit the outside corner, and you both went with John Calipari. The Miller brothers have made it known. You might as well have your blue hair on right now, that you're backing Kentucky.
I am.
If you had to pick one team to win the national championship, why?
I think they have a very, very complete team. They got great guard play. They have an amazing presence inside. It's very awkward to play against them, I think, in my opinion, because of the way they control the game. They're good defensively. They have a lot of things going for them in the right direction. And they have the National Player of the Year, who's not even their primary option on offense. Think about that. So I think they're a team that's going to be very difficult to deal with in the NCAA tournament.
The other thing is, like Baylor, Kentucky has played injured for, how long now? When have they had their entire team? I remember for a while, other than the Notre Dame game at Notre Dame, and that's when I would say they were still in their developmental stage. Their losses at LSU and at Auburn, they had players, key guys going down in the game. And then to watch them play without their starting backcourt in the SEC against great competition and win is, it blows my mind.
Think about their team tonight played at home. They shot 60% from the floor, 43% from three. And Oscar goes for 18 and 15, and they just have 8 turnovers. They're amazing on offense without a lot of style. Their offensive efficiency is as good as anybody, but I just think Kentucky, when they're at full strength, I've watched them play enough that I think they're going to be a very difficult team to deal with.
One of the best performances of the season, and it's something that I always think of when I think of Kentucky, is what they did to Tennessee at Rupp Arena. And I don't know if Ty played in that game or Wheeler. One of them, I don't believe played. I could be wrong. But Tennessee is a really good defensive team. One of America's best defensive teams. And I'm going to say they put almost 60 points on them in the first half. They can score. Not only are they efficient, they can play fast, they can play slow. Arch, you said it, they can beat you on the offensive glass and inside. They can
both
beat
played
you from the three-point line.
They both played, but here's the deal. Against Tennessee, a really good defensive team, Ty and Severe Wheeler combined for 49 points and 13 assists. Kentucky wins 107-79.
Their performance at Kansas is probably the win of the year.
Think about that. That would be the second one. And in that game, this year, you don't think of Kentucky as being just physically superior, big like they've been in the past. They're really talented, but man, I tell you what, their talent jumped off the TV on that night. They just were faster, bigger, more fluid, more athletic than Kansas. And I think nobody knows that more than Bill Self. In that game, he was mixing in a triangle and two, and he was trying everything he could just to stay in the game. How many times have you seen Kansas? And Kansas right now is, they're in the conversation for a 1 seed, right? We're talking about they're a Final Four caliber team, but on that particular night in Fog Allen Fieldhouse, they struggled to stay in the game with Kentucky.
It was a mismatch.
Right.
It was a mismatch. If they're fully healthy, the thing that I think gets overlooked, Cal's done a great job with their roster. They play 7 guys, and those guys are in sync, really, on both ends of the floor. When they have to get a little deeper, I think their guys have gotten better, like Ware, Toppin, and they've even used Bryce Hopkins a little bit here with the injuries. They can go, but if they're healthy, they got great role definition. 7 guys, they know what they're doing, and they got a quartet of guards that are all really good around Oscar.
All right, we have some business to take care of.
What are we taking care of tonight?
Sean and Archie, what's more important than peace of mind?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. That's what NordVPN is here for, to give you peace of mind while you are online. And with all the threats that you face today on the internet, it is more important than ever to be sure that you have the best VPN you can get. NordVPN is the world's best VPN service, offering the fastest connectivity, most servers, and next-gen encryption to make sure that everything you do online stays secure. Plus, you can use NordVPN on all of your computers and devices, no matter the operating system. With NordVPN's unlimited bandwidth, you never have to worry about a slow connection either, and plans start at under $4 per month. Affordable. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/believe or use the code BLEAV. That's BLEAV to get up to 70% off your NordVPN plan, plus one additional month for free. It's also risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN. I use it, and it's never failed me.
Awesome.
Let's get back to Field of 68 After Dark Afters.
Hey, if you're looking at the 1 seeds and 2 seeds,
yes,
and you put eight teams up there, who are the 8?
Great question. Okay,
let's just start here with
let's go through it.
Gonzaga.
What about Arizona?
Let's just go Gonzaga, Arizona, Auburn,
Duke.
Wisconsin,
Baylor.
Right. That's 6.
Baylor,
Kansas.
Kentucky.
That's 7, and Kentucky.
So Duke would be the other 2 seed in play. Those are the 8 that are working towards the 1s and the 2 seeds.
What if Duke won out?
I don't think they'll get a 1 seed just based on the ACC's season.
It's back to the quad 1, quad 2 point we brought up earlier. They're not playing as many of those games as the teams that
I would say traditionally Duke on this year with their normal schedule, they're probably about 7 quad 1 or 2 games short compared to everyone else.
Yeah. Look,
so those would be the 2 seeds. But if you told me who's a team outside of those 8 that's playing really well right now that has a chance to make a serious run, it's kind of hard pressed not to talk about Arkansas, isn't it? Has there been a hotter team in
they're
February?
No, there hasn't been a hotter team, and JD Notae's been one of the best guards in the country. But
he's the guy in the NCAA tournament you want to keep an eye on.
Well, that's for sure. The question is, do they have enough overall to say that? I think you're looking at potentially a 4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
They got LSU at home and at Tennessee. That at Tennessee game will be a bear. Tennessee's going to be good too. I like the SEC in the tournament. I think. What's your league that's going to have the most teams starting in the Sweet 16?
Wow. Man, you should host this show. You're pretty good.
I know. To me, it's the SEC. I think they have 4 Sweet 16 teams: Auburn, Kentucky, Arkansas, and Tennessee. I think they have 4 teams that can get to the Sweet 16. I don't know if another league has 4.
I'm siding with you. I think it is the SEC because I don't trust Kansas. Their point guard situation concerns me. And as good as Texas Tech has been, I'm not sure about them offensively. The SEC, to me, I've grown more of a trust with it. Where do you fall, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I think the SEC, the Big 12, and then really the Big 10. I mean, it all depends on matchups, but any one of those 3 can dominate the Sweet 16. I mean, it could be overwhelming in any of those 3 conferences' favor. I think, right below that, you have the Big East Conference, and then there's a divide. There just is. I mean, it's nothing that's emotional about saying it. It's facts that once you get past those 4, there's space in between the 5th, 6th, and then clearly beyond that. But those top 3 conferences, the depth, even the Big 10. I mean, we talked a lot about Wisconsin tonight, but can Purdue be in the Sweet 16? Absolutely. Yeah. Ohio State can be in the Sweet 16. We can name right now 5, 6 teams that have a chance, especially with good matchup from the Big 10 conference. So I'm going to stick with those 3 conferences are one of those 3 will dominate the Sweet 16.